What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with a brand new top 10 video for you guys today. And today, guys, we are taking a look at top 10 mods that you can get for Ark Survival Evolved. Now, guys, this mod list is going to be comprised of what I've played and what I've determined to be my top 10 favorite. So it might be a little bit biased, but I think I've covered a lot of things in the list, including like ease of life stuff, map overhauls, game overhauls, all that sort of stuff. So guys, without further ado, let's jump straight into the list. But guys, make sure you leave your comments down below on what mods you think are good and all that sort of stuff. So guys, let's jump into it. Now guys, one thing that I forgot to mention is that all mods will be in the description as well. So all 10 mods featuring on this video will be in the mod description if you want to check them out. But guys, we're here at number 10. Now, number 10 is Werkrat's Spoiling Bin. This thing is great for just spoiling meat. Now, if you guys don't know already, meat spoils at a rather slow pace. And, well, you can obviously change that. Every 20 minutes you get one spoiled meat. However, you can change that to increase the spoil timer or to decrease it. However, if you increase the spoil timer, that will increase everything. So if you want your eggs to last longer, if you want anything else that has a spoil timer to last longer, your meat will last longer. So for boosted servers, this mod is really great because literally all you need to do is chuck your meat straight in there and boom, look at that. Literally 2 seconds and we've just got 8,685 meat, which is absolutely perfect for crafting up all the narcotics you could possibly want. So guys, let's move on to number 9. There's nothing really else about this one, it's just great for spoiling meat. Now guys, coming in at number 9, we have the Dino Pickup Relic mod. Now, this mod allows you to pretty much pick up your dinosaurs. All you need to do is create one of these pickup relics. Now, these are learnt at a very low level, I believe, level 10, and all they cost is 20 fiber, 5 flint, 20 hide, and 20 thatch. So it's really easy to get them. All you need to do then is chuck them in your dino's inventory, activate it, and you'll know it's activated when it lights up like that. And what you can do is you can actually remove it from the inventory, and you can actually pick up your dinos and actually carry them around on your shoulder. Now, this effectively enables you to carry 2 dinos, well, ride on a dino and carry a dino. And you can then actually deploy this guy by throwing him, and, you know, he'll obviously do his normal stuff. But what you can also do is you can actually have him attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to whistle aggressive here, and he should attack. I've done this before. Where is aggressive? Here we go. There you go. There you can see he's actually attacking off our shoulder. Now, this is great if you want a bit of extra damage if you're playing in these harder mods and stuff like that. But you can see that easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just like that, the Rex actually attacked off our shoulder, so you can effectively attack with 2 dinos at the same time, which makes things really interesting and fun. But yeah, guys, that's the Dino Pickup Relic mod. Let's move on to the next one. Now, guys, coming in at number 8, we have the awesome Spyglass mod. This Spyglass mod is hands down, in my opinion, the best Spyglass mod you can get. So you can see here it shows all of my tames. You can see all over there are my tames, as well as their stats, how many points are invested into that stat, as well as their health, food, and torpor. Now you can currently see here we are looking at this toxic dodo, and it gives us an overview of how many points it's got in stamina, oxygen, all its stats, its health as well. And you can see the points in there. But the really cool thing about this is that you can actually see wild dinos, and with it you can actually, oh, we're dead. Like I was saying, you can actually see wild dinos and look at them and determine what their stats are, and it actually tells you what you require them to tame. Now, this does also work for game overhauls. You can currently see here this is a fabled woolly rhino, and it requires 3 fabled kibble. If we look at the normal mammoths, it tells you base veggies, superior kibbles, mejo berries, sweet veggie cakes, and then the normal berries. You can literally go around to pretty much every single creature, and it will give you an overview of their stats and what items they need to tame them up, as well as an active torpor measurer, I guess you could call it. That's a word, yeah, torpor measurer. So yeah, guys, the awesome Spyglass, in my opinion, is the best Spyglass mod out there. But guys, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty guys, coming in at number 7, we have the Annunaki mod. Now guys, this mod is a really awesome mod, and the reason it's on the list is because I've got some very fun memories of playing through this mod. Now, I played quite a lot of this mod, and at the moment it has actually ceased development, which is a real big shame because it's a really awesome mod, and you can currently see here one of the creatures we are riding on. But there are a host of different creatures, and, you know, they all have different sort of things, and they can all do different things. There are elemental creatures, there are elite creatures. You can see here we've got an elite dodo over here. Now this bad boy, I'm pretty sure we can actually ride him as well. And, you know, there's a whole heap of stuff you can do in this mod. It's a complete game overhaul. It's a really amazing mod. And like I said, there's just a ton of stuff you can actually do in this mod. But there are elemental creatures. So you have poisonous, you have fire, you've got rocks, you've got ground, and they all have their own sort of unique abilities. Like I'm pretty sure rock elemental creatures reduce the amount of weight. Things are in the inventory. Fire ones do fire damage, poison ones do torpidity damage. It's a really cool mod, and you can tame up bosses as well. There are a whole heap of new creatures and new items in this mod, and it's definitely worth checking out. You can see here, look at all these extra items. So herbivore baby food is from the mod, the Wyvern Stone as well. You know, there's a whole heap of agility boosters, as well as that when you actually kill creatures, they will drop items as well, which definitely helps. But there's a ton of extra items and dinos that are included in this mod. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. I've got some really good memories from playing through this mod. But guys, let's move on to the next one. Now guys, the mod coming in at number 6 is the Classic Flyers mod. Now essentially what this mod does is it allows you to level up Flyers' movement speed. That's right, if you guys remember the good old OG days, you could actually level up your Flyers' movement speed, and they could reach phenomenal speeds. Like you had Quetzals flying around at the speed of light. It was ridiculous how fast these guys were. So you can only see there, we just leveled up our RG to 262 movement speed. Let's see how fast he goes. Look at that. Oh, back in the day. Good old Ark days. I miss this. So yeah guys, this essentially allows you to level up your Flyers' movement speeds, and it's not limited to just RGs, tappies, Pteranodons. You've got Wyverns as well, Quetzals, Rock Drakes, all that sort of stuff. You can level up their movement speed, and you can send these guys flying. Look how fast he goes. Look at him. Look at him. We can traverse the map so quick. Metal runs are so much faster now. So yeah guys, the Classic Flyer mod, definitely well worth checking out if you want that good old Classic Flyer feeling where you can actually level up their movement speed, because this enables you getting across the map a lot faster. But guys, let's move on to number 5. Alrighty guys, now this next mod is the Kraken's Better Dinos mod. Now this is also a mod still in development. It has got quite a few things going on for itself at the moment though, which is why it's on this list. So Kraken's Better Dino mods comes in at number 5 on the list, and it's well worth it. So you can currently see in the top right hand corner, we've got a BD thing. So this essentially buffs all the original dinos that are in Ark at the moment. Now we'll actually give you an overview, because there are a lot of changes and a lot of things that are actually different with each of the dinos. So we'll leave the list up for you guys to take a look at, because there are a lot, and going through them will take a heck of a lot of time. So guys, here's the list. So guys, you can see here that there are a lot. So Acatinas not only changed, Anglerfishes, Ankies. So the big ones, Ankies, take reduced damage overall. They take more damage to the head and less damage to the legs. Returns 10% of melee damage inflicted to damage causer, so you actually take 10% damage back. Can also auto gather when on wander, and will gather up to 75% of its inventory weight. Tail swing attack animations increase speed, has 75 for weight reduction for obsidian, and drops tough hide, which can be used to craft Valyrian reins, which is essentially, the Valyrian reins is essentially like a saddle for the wyverns. But you can see Aranios, Argentavis, Pteranodon Tappy, Basilisk, Basilosaurus, Beezle Bufo, Bronto, Carbonemus. This guy's got a lot of changes affecting the creatures that are here, and it's well worth checking it out, because these changes are for the better, believe me. So guys, let's move on to the next mod on the list. Now guys, coming in at number 4, we have Eco's mods. Now literally we are just combining all of Eco mods into one, because if you have not checked out any of them, you need to check out all of them. That's how good they are. Now, this person creates so many different things. So you can currently see here, we've got quite a few different things going on. So these are pretty much the items that you can make with Eco's mods. As well as that, we're currently standing on a base sort of thing that you can make with the Eco's mods as well. So these floating islands are part of one of Eco's mods as well as all of these other items. Now, pretty much what these act as are crafting tables, and within these crafting tables, you can make awesome looking structures that just suit so well into the theme of Ark. Now, each of these acts as crafting tables, and even the crafting tables themselves are absolutely astounding. Like, look at this. We've got a Titan Boa wrestling a baby Spino. We've got terrariums over here with broodmother and creatures that actually move around and throw poop at each other. And then over here, we've got other 2 crafting tables. So Eco's mods are absolutely amazing, and there are a huge number of them. There are even saddles that you can get on, and if you guys have been a fan of the channel, we did do a video covering that as well. There are just some really amazing things throughout Eco's mods, and like I said, these floating islands are one of them. This shelf structure thing here is also another one of them. It's just amazing how much detail and effort has been put into these mods, and I would definitely recommend checking out Eco's mods. These ones are pretty much just straight up decoration mods and ease of life mods. You can see here they've got all this. She also has a tech bench, or they also have a tech bench, which you can craft like tech stuff out of, and well, not tech stuff per se, but like ease of life. So you can see here a quick way to make dye, an incubator. It's really awesome. Refrigerators that look like Therizzinos. There are some really cool things. Here you go. You can see the refrigerator that looks like a Therizino. Well, it is a Therizino in it. And that's a refrigerator, guys. So there are some pretty awesome mods for Eco. Definitely check them all out, guys. But Eco's mods come in at number 4 on the list. So guys, coming in at number 3, we have the Primal Fear mod. Now guys, the Primal Fear mod adds a bunch of new dinos, a bunch of new items, and a bunch of new ways to tame these dinos up. And you can currently see here, we've got a couple of them running around. We've got a majestic as heck griffin corn, we've got a fabled snow owl, and these are just some of the creatures that you can actually tame. You've got apex creatures, you've got alpha creatures, you've got all these high level creatures that just wreck the face off everything. Now you would think they'd be the strongest things in here, but believe me, they are not. You've got these guys here. You can get these ridiculously strong Reaper Queens as well you can tame up. You can tame up bosses with this mod. It's a great mod to do, and it's a great mod to play through. It definitely adds a lot of fun into the world of Ark, and I would definitely recommend giving it a try, guys. But it's just so much fun to get into. You can see that, look at that, look at our little griffin corn just popping off. Now if we come in here, you can see that there will be a bunch of new items. So this is where you pretty much craft everything. You've got some stimulants, some pikes, a refining forge, new narcotics, some new weapons, as well as a whole bunch of tranks as well. They also include a heap of saddles, and you can make your own tech creatures as well. It is absolutely awesome, and I would definitely recommend checking it out, as well as that checking out our playthrough, as we are doing a playthrough of this mod at the moment if you guys are interested and want to see what there is in it. But yeah guys, let's move on to number 2. Coming in at number 2, guys, we have the S Plus mod. Now the S Plus mod adds a whole heap of new features, not so much new features, but new structures to the game that makes things so much easier. You can currently see here these two items are S Plus, and instead of the standard 100 slots, the Fabricator has 300 and the Grinder has 200 instead of 100. Now that's just the icing on the cake. There are literally so many mods for S. There are literally so many items in the S Plus mod. You can see here, look at all of these extra items that they add. Now these are pretty much just ease of life items, as well as new structures, as well as these tools here, I guess you could call them, are a huge boon. For example, the transfer tool allows you to transfer items in a particular range into whatever the heck you want. The demo gun allows you to destroy or pick up items whenever you so please. The repair gun allows you to repair items if you've got the items in your inventory and to repair them. The turret configurator allows you to, change your turret settings and all that. Transfer gun, transfer items. It is an absolutely awesome mod, and they did try to implement something into the base game of Ark, but it's definitely nowhere near as good as the original S Plus mod, and this is still getting updated to today. Just look at all these items. As well as this, another really good bunch of items are all of the ease of life items. So you've got an item collector, you've got a sheep herder, an animal tender, you've got the nanny, as well as the hatchery. You can see here the hatchery pretty much collects eggs and not fertilizes them, incubates them for you without the need of any sort of air conditioners. You've got a gardener, which allows you to collect crops and place salt in inventories, and it just tends your gardens. You can see here the farmer, you've got the nanny, you've got the mannequin. This is a really awesome mod, and you guys need to check it out. But knowing the people of Ark, they've already got this mod installed. The S Plus generator is great because it's silent, and it can actually hide all the cables and the little wiring that connect to the electrical outlet, which is also great. You've got the industrial grill S Plus, and all of these items are actually snappable to each other, which is another really big boon. The air conditioner is silent as well. You can place it in windows, and it's more powerful, has a thinner model. The refrigerator has more slots, and you can actually snap stuff to it. You've got domesticated beehives, a whole bunch of different sort of PvP turrets that you can set up as well. An incinerator, a gacha gavager, which pretty much allows you to force feed gachas, which in turn allows you to get more gacha crystals, a diarrhea, S-drone terminal, crystal cracker, all these stuff, you know, a vivarium where you can actually store dinos in, and it allows them to produce unfertilized eggs and poop. It's really awesome. Planetary shield, which, you know, why not? Tech Forge, you know, there's a whole heap of stuff in this S Plus mod that makes things so much easier for the base game. So guys, you definitely need to check out the S Plus mod, but let's move on to number 1. Now guys, coming in at number 1, we have the Crystal Isles map. Now guys, a lot of you are probably saying, well, why wasn't S Plus at number 1? Well, because I think the Crystal Isles map is an absolute work of art. This map is absolutely astounding. It's really beautiful. It hasn't been finished, and I don't think it will finish because they kind of took the modder and got the modder to work on Atlas, which, you know, fair enough to them, they're getting paid for it. But this map is absolutely phenomenal. Down to all the trees, down to the floating islands, that is definitely the highlight of this map, I reckon. As well as that, the Shadow Island. So there's an actual Shadow Island that you can go to, and it's pitch black, but there's a whole heap of new creatures there that only spawn on this map, such as the liquefied creatures. You've also got zombie wyverns. But just look at the layout of this map. Look at all the trees. Look at the detail in the actual map. It's a really incredible map, and if you guys have not had the opportunity to play on it, download it and play on it. Go exploring, find all the hidden nooks and crannies that you can, because this map is absolutely incredible. Look at all these floating islands. Look how awesome these islands are. As well as that, there's also crystal wyverns that spawn on this map on the entire different side of the map. As well as that, the map itself is actually huge. Like, there is a lot of things on this map. Now, the only downside is that aberration creatures don't spawn, but you can get rock drake eggs on this map as well. There's actually a whole bunch of nests and everything like that. Look, you can see here is run right now. Obviously, these guys are sped up a little bit. Let's turn that down, but you can get rock drake eggs all throughout the map as well, which is really good. It's a lot of fun, and the oh, look, a 190 rock drake egg. Don't mind if I do. And this map is definitely worth checking out because it is a lot of fun, and it's just really something different. Like, in my opinion, no other maps have the same sort of stuff that this Crystal Isles map has, and I definitely recommend checking it out, guys. But guys, that's going to wrap up the video today. Let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. Let me know whether or not you agree with the mods on the list. Let me know whether or not there are mods that you would like to see on here that weren't added. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.